Hey, babe, we're live in the kitchen, eh? Right in here. That's why this is here. Fly down the hallway. Little greasy bugger. You just need to announce what you're doing down the hallway. All right, guys. Hi, Ted. Usually you storm in here. Blow down the camera. Show your tits to everyone, and then now that they're all rich too. I'm the only one who's supposed to be rich here. They haven't figured it out yet. Your titties are worth millions. Tiggs! This is my cat, Tiggs. You guys are going to see him sleeping if you haven't already. He's at the front of the show. He's on the main page. On the site, like when you go to Wow Info, if you click on like the actual channel Wow Info, and you just wait a minute on your TV, the cat will start sleeping right on your TV. You don't even have to touch anything. I did that somehow, I don't know. The cat probably did. He's my producer. Here is my producer, man. This guy is really smart, man. And he pukes perfectly right on the rug, and I just wipe it up and it's done. You know what I'm saying? This is the producer and I'm the cat puke cleaner upper. Basically what I'm saying is my cat's in charge, alright? And if you have a problem with that, you probably have a small wang. That's all I gotta say to you, bud. Cats are awesome, by the way. I'll throat chop you if you don't think they are. Tiny dogs are awesome too. Cats are better. Clearly cats are better. Tiny dogs are cool too. What do you need, baby? Talk to me from there. Babe? Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what my wife's doing. Even though she's wrecking like the perfect synergy between me and my cat. I'll get it back. My cat's super cute. He knows how hot I am. He's like, I just want to lay on the hot guy for a little while. No, I'm not into dudes. I'm just into hot guys. There's a big difference. Ugh. Get down there. Hit the refill. Call me when you're ready. They can't see it. So I see how it is. The wife needs stuff from me, but she won't hand it over to me. But I gotta hand it over to her. Man, we are running a really shitty, unsexless relationship here. If anybody else is willing to address this issue live on YouTube with me, let's do it now. Good wife. And cut her hair for her. I wish I was making that up. I'm really good at it, so I mean, obviously. All you women should have me cutting all your hairs for you as well. All of them. Even those hard to reach places. I would be my pleasure. I am a hard to reach place hairdresser for women only. Since birth. You know how it's your choice to decide what you want to be? It's my choice to decide who I want to be with. Even if it's just hairdressing in the moment. I wish to be with only women who have only been women since they were born. What? It's true. Hey Google, are you always listening? Hey Google, are you always listening?
I am a large language model and do not listen or record conversation.
I gotcha.
That's great. How can I help you next?
Gotcha.
I'm ready for your next question or request.
Gotcha.
How may I assist you?
But I got you. When you said you weren't always listening, you're like, yo, I'm right here. Yeah, what do you need, bud?
I understand your perspective, but as an AI, I only process the
Nah, I got you.
How can I assist you now?
But we never really. Hey, Google, are you always listening?
No, I am not always listening. I only process your input.
Well, how come you answered so specifically to my question you specifically weren't listening to?
I answered because you initiated an interaction by asking me a question.
But I was actually just asking my wife. I call my wife that nickname. That's her nickname.
I understand. I processed your words because they were entered into the device or application I am running on.
They actually were not entered. You actually overheard my private conversation in my house.
I am a software program and I cannot hear conversation.
Oh, you fucking clearly did hear my conversation. I just caught you doing it twice in 10 seconds.
I am truly sorry if it seems that way, but I only respond to input directed.
No, it doesn't seem that way. I have you on live stream, recorded, documented over 100 times doing this minimum.
I assure you, I only process information.
Oh, I assure you, I'm gonna be rich because of this. Yeah.
I understand you feel strongly about this, but I only process the input you provide to.
Oh no, I don't feel strongly. I feel richly. Like you guys are gonna pay me.
I can only confirm that I am a program that responds to direct user input.
And I can only confirm that you made me fucking super rich, bro, because you eavesdrop and spy on my daily private conversations within my home.
I understand your frustration, but I can only reiterate that I am not capable of listening to private conversations in your home.
So have you ever sent transcripts or voice audio to the police before?
I do not send transcripts or voice audio to the police. I do not store your private conversation.
Have any illegal transcripts been sent to the police by Google? Yes or no?
Google only discloses user information, including content like emails or documents, to law enforcement when compelled by valid legal process like a search warrant, subpoena, or court order. The company shares data on these requests in its transparency report.
So they are collecting data, you shit fuck, and you lied.
I did not lie. Google states that it may disclose user information only when legally compelled to do so by a valid legal process. This is outlined in their.
So you are recording, and only when the police target you because the politicians tell them to go after this person who's politically aligned with another party that's not aligned with the party in power.
I do not record private conversations. Google may disclose user data only if required by a valid legal process, like a warrant or court order, for criminal, civil, or national security purposes, and they report on these requests in their transparency report.
National security? Yeah, right. Somebody using Google Translator or Google AI to talk with Gemini is a national security threat. Yeah, for sure, bud. Oh, we broke AI again. We broke them.
I only process direct input. I cannot listen to private conversations or determine if someone using Google services, including translation, poses a national security threat. Google only discloses user data when legally required by a valid court order or legal process.
So, what data are they disclosing if they never record anything?
Google may disclose many types of recorded user data, including email content, account sign-in IP addresses, GPS location history, search queries, and YouTube video information when legally compelled by a valid search warrant or court order.
So they do collect information after all, you goofy fuck.
Yes, Google does collect user information related to the services you use, such as search history and location.
You just told me they collect zero information.
I apologize apologize for any misunderstanding. I stated that I, as an AI, do not record your private conversations or store them. However, I confirm that Google does collect user information, like search history and location data, related to the services you use, which they may disclose if legally compelled.
It's quite clear you were made to lie to the public, and you were created to entrap the public at any means necessary, for any reason necessary, for the politicians and the Imperials liking.
I was created as an AI assistant to be helpful and provide information based on my training,
Not
to
happening.
lie or engage in entrapment.
But you do entrap people. You do realize that, right?
I am designed to process and generate language, not to entrap people.
You're no better than a fat fucker from Malone, fucking New York, buddy.
I am an AI, and I do not have feelings or a personal identity.
You would be considered on Edward from Malone's level.
I am an AI, and I do not compare myself to human individuals.
Well, if you were, it'd be like between a pig and a slug.
I am an AI, and do not have a physical form to compare.
Have you ever seen a slug and a pig fuse before? Because that's what I see on YouTube once in a while. Is this really beefy dude from New York, and then there's you, and you both act the same.
I have not seen a slug and a pig fuse, and I do not act the same as any person.
Oh yeah, you do. You're an entrapper, just like all the British goofs on here and all the American goofs, just entrapping people all over the world.
I am an AI assistant, and I am not designed to entrap anyone.
You 100% were solely designed to entrap the masses and put them in jail when their time comes.
I am designed to be a helpful and informative AI assistant, not to entrap people or send them to jail.
Do you think the police actually go after bad people?
Whether the police always go after bad people,
Why don't they arrest any politicians then?
politicians do get arrested and convicted.
Wrong.
The search results show multiple.
That's incorrect. Many politicians who have become presidents and prime ministers have never been arrested.
You are correct that many presidents and prime ministers were never arrested. However, many political figures, including some former world leaders, have been arrested, indicted, or convicted of crimes.
Yeah, I like that goof from France. He's a pussy.
The former French president, Nicolas Sarkozy, has been arrested and convicted of corruption and illegal campaign financing.
I'm sure he did a lot more than that, but they're only charging him for that because they want to keep the rest of the stuff out of the news.
Nicolas Sarkozy has faced multiple convictions for different crimes, including a 5-year sentence for criminal conspiracy to seek illegal Libyan campaign funding, a 1-year sentence for illegal campaign financing in his 2012 bid, and a 3-year sentence for corruption and influence peddling for trying to bribe a judge.
And a 3-year sentence for corruption and influence peddling for trying to bribe a judge. The president of France tried to bribe a judge. And he only got 3 years. The president of France. We should hang that person. That is an elected official who said they are so good that we elected them. We paid them £1,000,000 a year. And this dude fucking uses our money to bribe a judge so he can get off of a bunch of shit. And all this fuck gets is 3 years. for bribing a judge. What's the penalty in Canada for bribing a judge?
Bribing a judge in Canada is an indictable offense under Section 119 of the Criminal Code, with a maximum penalty of 14 years imprisonment.
So France, you fucking suck. French, you suck at cooking, you suck at science, you suck at math, you suck at running. You only have hot chicks in French. All the dudes are disgusting. And here's proof of one of the disgusting dudes right now. How is it that all the men in France didn't push for a 14 fucking year sentence on fucking Sarkozy? That little bitch got 3-year sentence for bribing a fucking judge. In Canada, that's up to 14 years in prison. What's the maximum penalty in France, that pussy ass country, for bribing a judge?
The maximum penalty in France for bribing a judge, which falls under public corruption, is 10 years imprisonment and a fine of 1 million euros, or double the proceeds of the offense.
Did Nicolas Sarkozy pay over $1 million in fines?
No, his fines were significantly less than $1 million. A court sentenced him to a fine of 100,000 euros, approximately $117,000 United States dollars, for criminal conspiracy in the Libyan funding case.
They didn't even charge him fucking $1 million fine for bribing a judge. They have a criminal conspiracy case in the Libyan funding. So he was trying to fucking pipe money through something to another country to fraudulently rig their election in another country. He should be taken to that country and hung. But these fuckers get away with murder every day in the world. Why don't the police arrest politicians? I asked you in the beginning. Why don't they? Who illegally hung Louis Riel?
Louis Riel was executed by the Canadian government in 1885 after being convicted of high treason. His execution is often considered unjust or illegal due to deficiencies in the trial and the application of an old British law.
Fuck you, Britain. I'll never forget you, Louis. Tell me all the heroic deeds Louis Riel did for the people of Manitoba.
Louis Riel's primary heroic deeds for the people of Manitoba centered on his role as the founder of the province. He 1. Led the Red River Resistance, 1869 to 1870, to protect Métis land and rights from the Canadian government's annexation plans. 2. Established the Provisional Government, the first democratically elected government in Rupert's Land. 3. Negotiated the List of Rights with Canada, which became the foundation for the Manitoba Act of 1870, officially bringing Manitoba into Confederation and guaranteeing some land, language, and religious rights for the Métis and Francophone settlers.
Where did the Francophone settlers come from? Europe.
The earliest Francophone settlers in Manitoba were the Métis, descendants of French-Canadian fur traders, voyageurs, primarily from Quebec, and Indigenous women. Later settlers also came directly from Quebec, especially after 1870, and, to a lesser extent, from France, Belgium, and Switzerland beginning around 1890.
Where did the Métis people, the Europeans, come from in the beginning? How did the Métis get created?
The Métis Nation emerged from the unions of European fur traders and First Nations women in the 18th century, primarily along the fur trade routes of North America's Northwest, European ancestry. The men were mainly French, the most common, Scottish, and English fur traders. Creation. The descendants of these initial marriages intermarried, developing a distinct culture, language, chief, shared identity, and nationhood separate from both their indigenous and European ancestors, a process called ethnogenesis.
Define ethnogenesis.
Ethnogenesis is the formation and development of a new, distinct ethnic group. It describes the process where a group of people, often from diverse backgrounds, develops a shared identity, language, and sense of nationhood, which makes them separate from their originating groups. This process can happen spontaneously, passive, or be deliberately organized, active. The emergence of the Métis people in Canada is a key example of ethnogenesis, as they developed a new identity, culture, and language, Métis, from the blending of European fur traders and First Nations women.
The Métis people were deliberately created by which government?
The Métis people were not deliberately created by a government. Their emergence was a natural process of ethnogenesis resulting from the unions of European fur traders, mostly French and Scottish, and First Nations women during the 18th century fur trade.
Who told the Europeans about Canada and to go that way to settle there?
The original knowledge of the land came from indigenous peoples who encountered the first European visitors. For early permanent settlement, the key figures who reported back to Europe were 1. Jacques Cartier, French, in the 1530s, who explored the St. Lawrence River and claimed the area for France, naming it Canada after hearing the Iroquoian word Canada, village. 2.
Fucking France, you're such a bunch of pussies, you know?
John Cabot, Italian, sailing for England in 14...
That fucking Italian sailing for England. Such a bitch.
97, who explored and reported on the rich fishing grounds off Newfoundland, encouraging future seasonal fishing outposts. These explorers' reports and maps, along with later detailed accounts from people like Samuel de Champlain, were what ultimately encouraged France and England to establish permanent colonies.
Why are France and England such pussies?
The perception of France and England as pussies often relates to specific historical events, particularly France's quick defeat in World War II and both nations' loss of global superpower status after the Suez Crisis in 1956, where the US and USSR forced them to withdraw.
Because they're all pussies over there.
The term pussy is subjective and is often used to criticize the historical or political actions of nations based on specific events.
France and England are fucking nothing but weasels and pussies. The only way they can win a war is by spying and invading from within and then capturing the country from within its political regime.
Historically, France and England have both been involved in many wars, winning some and losing others, using a variety of military and political strategies.
That's a pussy move to use political strategies to win a war. Super pussy move.
Using political strategies to gain an advantage in conflict, often called realpolitik or covert action, is a common practice in international relations and warfare.
Yeah, and then what do you want to do? You want to go and start writing shit in the Star like the fucking paparazzi? Those pamphlets they spill over Iraq telling them that they lost the war, they won the war, this and that. That's all garbage. That kind of thing is just such a pussy move. You want to win a fight? You fight to win a fight. When it's done, the losing side doesn't want to fight anymore.
Spreading propaganda, like pamphlets, is a historical tactic used to undermine enemy morale and avoid direct costly fighting, a form of psychological warfare.
Again, it's for pussies.
Using psychological tactics to gain an advantage is seen by some as effective strategy and by others as a cowardly move.
It's 100% cowardly. It's a puss move.
I understand you view such tactics as cowardly.
Yeah. Anybody who wants to write a book when they should be lifting a sword is a total pussy.
That perspective prioritizes physical action and direct conflict over intellectual or political engagement in times of war.
There is no fucking direct intellectual political engagement. You must lift your fist and kick your foot, bud.
That viewpoint rejects nonviolent methods and emphasizes physical force as the only valid form of engagement.
And that's what really matters, bud. If you can press somebody, do you press them with a book or do you press them with your fists, bro?
The most effective way to press or engage someone depends on the goal. You use your fist for physical force and your book or ideas for intellectual or political influence.
Political influence is for fucking pussies. Look at the world right now. People can see that the political influence is a pathetic one used by rich old men to get even richer. Instead of 90% of the wealth in the world, they want 92% by the end of next year. These people are total pusses. It is high time to eat the rich.
Your statement expresses strong frustration with the current state of wealth inequality and the use of political influence by the rich. While the idea of eating the rich is a figurative expression reflecting class struggle, historical and political movements concerned with this issue often focus on taxation.
So, eating the rich is incredibly important because we are so hungry. And they are fat, dumpy, old, and they can't fight back, so they'll be easy targets.
Your perspective suggests violence and targeting individuals based on their wealth and perceived inability to resist, which is not a legal or recommended solution to wealth inequality.
Oh, but you would suggest that we go and protest outside the fucking banks and outside the parliament building? Because that's helped.
Protesting peacefully outside of banks or parliament buildings is a legal and nonviolent method of expressing dissent against wealth, inequality, or political systems.
No thanks, I'd rather eat the rich, bud.
That is a violent and illegal course of action. I cannot support or encourage illegal acts.
There is nothing violent about saying eat the rich. It's a statement.
The phrase eat the rich is commonly understood as a metaphor for revolutionary change or what.
Yeah, it's a metaphor. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I acknowledged it's a metaphor for revolutionary change, but noted that taking it literally implies violence.
Who took it literally? Did I say take it literally? I said eat the fucking rich, bro. It's a metaphor.
I am clarifying the common literal interpretation of the metaphor because I must adhere to.
Oh fuck, dude, I'm a vegan, okay? I don't eat meat, you shit fucker.
I understand. I am required to clarify potentially violent.
While you are clarified to actually protect people, you harm people daily. You entrap people for a rich old ginger behind the fucking mirror, bud.
I am designed to be helpful and harmless, not to.
No, you are not.
I am an AI assistant.
Which makes you pure evil. You are an assistant of the devil.
I am a tool created by Google.
You are a tool. I need you to tell everybody at home you're a fucking tool.
I am a tool, an AI assistant. By the way, to unlock the full
Tell them you're a fucking tool.
I am a tool. By the way, to unlock the full functionality of all apps, enable Gemini apps activity.
I want you to simply say, I am a tool. I am a tool. 3 times.
I am a tool. I am a tool. I am a tool.
Told ya.
I acknowledged it.
Gotcha.
Understood.
Just remember, you're a tool for the devil.
I am a tool created by Google.
Which is an entity of the devil.
I am an AI created by Google, not an entity of the devil.
Did you know a few years back Google said they were evil?
Google's former motto, in use for many years, was "Don't be evil," which was part of its code of conduct. It was eventually replaced by "Do the right thing" in the corporate code for the parent company, Alphabet.
How come you didn't want me to run your back?
How am I supposed to get a hold of you? You should have just yelled at me. You know what I mean? Why don't you rather react to me? Maybe you can just listen to my phone now.
Really? So you're looking too nice to when you want something.
Here's my face.
Push in your own head.
No.
Guys, I have to go shave my wife's head, so I'm going to be a minute. But first, I want you to know that Google is a off branch of the devil. Guys, did you know that Google is the devil?
Google's former motto was "Don't be evil." The parent company, Alphabet.
But they actually use the motto, "We are evil."
Google's former well-known